I have clients that have never seen their buildings.
At
Never
all.
seen it at all. Wouldn't even know where a key was. I could drive them by it and they'd be like, okay, which one are we looking at here? And so they don't know. So that means I need to know.
Right.
And it can't stop at me. It can't stop. So have you worked out any scenarios or any, like, how are these conversations, Craig, going with your property manager? Because you're now, I feel like you're in some ways almost more engaged, because before you're playing defense, but now you're playing offense.
100%.
And okay, here we go. Because now you got the wind in the sails. Now every one of these ones that he gets turned around, he or she or they get turned around, right? Now that's more capital that you have to keep the portfolio going, and then you can start your distribution. So, like, what tips do you have for the listeners to basically lead the property managers?
So for me, I think this helped a lot. Is I sat down with my property manager day one and said, all right, go through all the bills that I have to pay, right? Taxes, insurance, mortgage, list them all out for him and say, every month I need this much to actually come to my bank account so that I can cover all this. While we're getting this up to speed, if you need to spend over that to fix up these properties, that's your budget each month. I'm okay breaking even until the whole thing is kind of fully stabilized. That's kind of like the agreement we have right now. So as long as he gives me X every month, I'm happy. I can pay my bills. I don't see my cash account going up, which kind of stinks, but I know long-term it's going to be for what's best for the portfolio.
And is that your cash count in your bank, or is that the trust account that your property manager has sitting in that folio, or both?
So the trust account that he has sitting there, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
he has set up a way to give minimum distributions to you. This is my nut.
Right.
I need 10 grand. All right, boom. And then do you, for your insurance isn't due every month typically, nor are your taxes.
Yeah.
It is. So it's escrowed. Or you just pay it monthly.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just pay it monthly. It comes out of the account. It's like 35 line items. It's really fun to look at.
And it's a little bit more that way too.
It is.
Yeah. It's a few percentage points more when you're paying monthly versus quarterly versus annual. Okay, so so that's one way to conserve cash. Did you switch those, or were they always like that?
That's really the only option they gave me. It's probably something I should look back into and actually ask, because that would save money. Yeah,
because when I'm getting quotes, I'm getting an annual, I'm getting a quarterly, and then I'm getting a monthly.
Right, just like your car insurance, right? I save a little bit of money. Yeah,
save a little bit of money.
Right.
Okay, but for right now, it's probably like, okay, good. Just don't give me the 1/12 price. And then how do you handle the accounting on your taxes?
And that's something that I'm kind of working through this year. So this 2022 will be the first year that I've had a full year with the big portfolio, right? Since I bought it, I bought the big one December 29th of 2021. So I had, 2 days worth. It was easy, but this year will be the first one. So I hired a new CPA. I actually had to fire my dad. Sorry, Dad, to do my taxes. But
I'm sure Dad's heartbroken.
I'm sure he is.
How many LLCs?
So from the accounting perspective, I was kind of doing the books manually. I minored in accounting in school, so I have a basic knowledge of accounting, but that's on the list of this year of things to kind of offload for sure.
Yeah. Now, I will say the Appfolio platform property managers are taught through a group called NARPM, the National Association of Residential Property Managers. We are basically taught, do not pay mortgage, taxes, insurance, interest.
Right.
I have it done for RW Investments, because why wouldn't I? I employ the finance manager, the controller, the bookkeepers. Right. Like, they're under W-2. They're overseen by a CPA, as is every client of Rentwell. It's all overseen by, and we have a outsourced CFO that's even adding more kind of structure and helping us set the vision over the next 10 years for this. So they are capable of doing it, because otherwise it's a lot of double accounting.
It is.
That happens when, like, I've sat with clients and I'm like, okay, so what do you do now? We just sent you this amount of money and this owner statement. And like, my head just starts to go like, oh my God, like, you're basically doubling up the accounting that we just did to get it to sync in with your QuickBooks.
Right.